Alice was beginning to get very tired of sitting by her sister on the bank, and of having nothing to do. Once or twice she had peeped into the book her sister was reading, but had no pictures or conversations in it. And what's the use of a book, thought Alice, without pictures or conversation? So she was considering in her own mind, as well as she could, for the hot day made her feel very sleepy and stupid, whether the pleasure of making a daisy chain would be worth the trouble of getting up and picking the daisies, when suddenly a white rabbit with pink eyes ran close by her. There was nothing so very remarkable in that, nor did Alice think it so very much out of the way to hear the rabbit say to itself, oh dear, I shall be late." When she thought it over afterwards, it occurred to her that she ought to have wondered at this, but at the time it all seemed quite natural. But when the rabbit actually took a watch out of its waistcoat pocket and looked at it, and then hurried on, Alice started to her feet, for it flashed across her mind that she had never before seen a rabbit with either a waistcoat pocket or a watch to take out of it. And burning with curiosity, she ran across the field after it, and fortunately was just in time to see it pop down a large rabbit hole under the hedge. In another moment down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was going to get out again. In the first picture, I'm seeing a kitchen which is about to go in chaos because there are multiple dangerous things happening. First of all, there's a dog playing with an electrical box that has 3 plugs plugged into it, and this electrical box is actually laying in a puddle of water. This puddle of water makes it even more dangerous because, as you might know, water and electricity don't go together so well. There's also a kitten on the countertop, sitting in a puddle of water, playing with a toaster. Inside of the toaster are a few wires that are where there's actually a lot of electricity running through them. So if that kitty even touches them once, it's gonna be hit with a massive electrical shock, possibly even killing the kitten. Third most, there's a robot about to step on a banana peel. This robot is holding a tremendous amount of dirty plates, probably about to go wash them and make them clean again to be able to be used again. But once it steps on the banana, all the plates will be broken and all the cutlery that is on top of them will be spread across the entire floor, making it even more dangerous for the dog. There's also a boy calling while not watching the things he's doing, because if he would have paid attention, he would have noticed the open oven, which not only is a huge waste of electricity, but also is a danger to the animals and the people right there, because if the oven gets opened even more, and the kitty or say the dog will interact with it, it might burn itself. There's also I don't really know if I should call it a woman or a girl, but it's a female person standing on a stool so that she can reach a glass jar to possibly put a drink in, but she has a hard time reaching for it, which may cause her to let it fall on the ground, which would make it shatter and also make it even more dangerous for the people living there. Also, I should say that this household is probably in the far or near future, because right now we don't have robots that can help us in the household. In the second picture, I can tell it's a IKEA instruction manual for building, a closet or a bed frame or something in that direction. It's because I've built multiple things from IKEA myself. Where the things that I can make out of this part of the manual is on top that it says that you should not work alone and should always have a buddy to work with so that you can work more efficiently and more safely. Second of all, it tells you not to work on any hard surface and maybe put on a rock on the floor before you start working so that the materials don't get damaged. And as soon as as the manual gets too complicated, that you should contact IKEA instead of improvising your building process. On the bottom of the page, I can see a list of parts that are included with this set. I see a type of screw that can hold up planks and such, so what I said at the beginning might not be true. It might be a closet that they're actually building. I also see screws that go in certain holes that keep the planks together. This is where those first screws that I was talking about are also used for. At sixth, we have normal screws that actually just go in the wood to keep together. And we have 44 of wooden pins. This is just a base to keep the frame together and make them more sturdy so that it doesn't come apart as easily. My topic that I'm going to discuss on my own is how sexist is the game world. I'm going to do this in a podcast type style because I'm working on my own. I hope you don't mind. I am a pretty avid video game player myself. I really love to do it. I have multiple games. I also have a PlayStation 4 at my mom's place, a Wii U at my dad's place, and I generally really love gaming. But I do have to mention with my gaming experience that that you mainly see a male type of main characters, say Sonic or Mario. I mean, yeah, with Mario you do have Peach, but still she isn't the main character. I can really name a lot more franchises that use male characters as main characters, such as God of War, Ratchet and Clank, and Resident Evil also has some male main characters such as Ethan Winters. But yeah, I do think it's a little bit sexist, but yeah, we also, of course, have some female main characters. Think of Tomb Raider with Lara Croft. But yeah, that's also the only one that comes to mind to me right now. But this is because, as I said, the female main characters are really sheer in the video game world. I don't know why. Maybe they think because the men are stronger and so can complete their journey with more ease. And also mostly the females are, especially in the adventure type video games, the one that you should save. Think of, as I said before, Mario with Peach, you get to save from Bowser. You also have The Legend of Zelda, where Link goes on an entire huge journey to save Princess Zelda from Ganon. So yeah, overall, I really think that the gaming world is being dominated by the male main characters, because everywhere you look, you see the male. I could say people, but that isn't really the thing that I'm supposed to say, because there are also a lot of fictional type of organisms that lead the world right in the video game world. But as I already said, the males are really taking the main role of the main characters. The effects of it that I have experienced, to be really honest, I really haven't had any experience with actual changes it made. I couldn't really think of how the world would be if there were to be more female main characters in video games as opposed to male video game characters. But yeah, again, I don't really have the experience to talk about this.